Okay, so what I like to do is cut off your edge. This particular flannel had a stamp on the side that said it was printed for Joanne. So I lined that up and cut that section off. I don't want to have remnants of Joanne showing up on something that I may be giving as a gift or selling. I'm going to start on your zero line, and this is from pre-washing the fabric. We're going to slice all those off. Actually, let's slice them off now. That way I can make sure that it is nice and straight, because when they're cutting them at Joann's, they're cutting you your yard. I think this one I either took a half yard or a quarter yard. So I want to get these salvage edges or cut edges off and straight, and it'll be a lot easier for me in the process of cutting and sewing to get rid of that. So what I'm going to do, I like to have my baby wipes about 8 by 10. 8 by 8 is okay. A lot of people like to make them like that. I found on eBay the ones that were for sale or at craft shows. I have done some in the past that were 7 by 10, and I liked them, but they were just a little too rectangle for me. So I'm going to make these 8 by 10. So I've got the one edge cut. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this other side. And again, these are just something that I'm making for ourselves and for some friends. So, again, with the school of close enough, not the school of perfection. Okay. Now that's all cleaned up, as you can see. What I am going to do now is I've got just about 17 inches this way. I want to see what is the best way for me to cut this. I know I'm still going to end up with 8 by 10 squares. But if I don't have to cut it down the middle, it'd be a lot easier. So I'm going to fold it back the way it was, with the salvage edges together, making again sure that it's straight. Now I'm sure at the store I didn't tell them, hey, I want 17 inches worth of fabric. Probably what I asked for was the quarter yard. Not quite straight here, I can see. So I'm just going to try to straighten this out a little bit more. Okay, I lied. I'm going for a little more perfection than I said. I'm just going to go ahead and trim this edge off so that I've got that straight edge that I'm trying to get. I'm just using a rotary cutter, and it is allowing me, right now I'm cutting through 4 layers of fabric all in one shot. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 8 inches. Applying enough pressure, you can cut through it for sometimes 6 or 8 layers at a time, depending on how thick your fabric is. When I'm just doing quilting, I can cut through quite a few. See, I didn't quite put enough pressure right there for the 4 layers. So I'm just going to line that back up so that I can get my cut. Here we go. And then I only had an inch of waste. I'm not going to be able to use that for anything. So into the scrap pile it's going to go. Now I just cut those on the 8-inch, and I'm making my wipes today 10 inches, 8 by 10 inches. And these are going to be double-sided flannel, like I said. It's just what I had on hand. Like I said, Joann's had a sale on this printed nursery stuff the other day, so I picked up a little bit to play with this. And we're going to have a couple dozen baby wipes here in no time. So I'm lined up on the 0 mark. I'm going to cut this on the 10-inch mark. And you can do these, the printed sides, two printed sides together. I like to do a printed and a solid side. The solid flannel was quite a bit less expensive. You can also use old washcloths, old receiving blankets if you don't want to run right out to the store. Some old soft flannel from pajamas that you don't wear anymore, or your husband's shirts. You can make them out of just about anything. You can make them fun or you can make them plain. And that 18 inches is going to give me exactly 8. And the one's a little bit small, but that's okay. It's from the cutting counter, not quite getting them straightened out. So that is how I am cutting the fabric. I'm going to cut a few more colors for my solids for the back, and then I will show you sewing them together.